Yeah, me and me both. Sounds like he's gonna be here. Talked to Lee this morning. Him and Lee's already talking. Lee's going to get him some paying gigs while he's here, and he'll be here on the 4th to play.
And they're bringing another band. We have 3 bands, don't we?
It'd be
But they're all
cool.
playing free.
Sure.
They don't all have to
Play long.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a song or 2 weeks, one rotate, and they all got time to relax.
Yeah, that would be great. Just get Alex's trailer. Good morning, Walrus Nation on the video stream. The intro song's playing for the radio show. We're up and running here. You were catching part of Rick and mine's conversation about the upcoming open house here. And the questions are open. You can post a question, comment, tell me how bad you hate the show, or if something's wrong. Nobody tells me how bad it is. If it's bad, they turn it off. They're at least polite enough to not, leave a nasty message before they leave. But, if something's a little haywire, you feel free to post a comment there to let me know, because without you telling me, I may not know it. Most times, I don't. We're going to get you over the hump today. It's Wednesday. I had this crazy dream. I'll tell you about it on air. I heard the greatest joke last night. It's so politically incorrect, and it's absolutely it's just wrong, but it is funny. I mean, very funny. To me, I found it hilarious because it's very fitting, let's say. Here we go, y'all. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show and watching the live video stream from Medieval Custom Cycle Studios in Street, Maryland. I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday. We're going to help get you over the hump with the best damn entertainment on the planet, bar none. Be sure you share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies. I don't care. Share it with somebody you want to piss off. Just share it with folks. We love having new listeners. We love having you guys watch on video. Also, the question and answer link is up on the video stream. So if you've got a comment or a question, You want to post it to me, you can do it right there. I've got your Mega Millions numbers from last night. The Walrus Wonders question of the day is up as well. Your Mega Millions numbers for last night. Get your tickets out. We'll look. I'll give you those here in just a second. I wasn't smart enough to post or put the Walrus Wonders question of the day on my sheet. I just posted it to the wall and let it go. So you're going to have to give me a second to find it. And I'll give you that in a minute. As I pull that up, you got your Mega Millions tickets out? No? Well, get them out. I've got your numbers. If not, get a pen and paper ready. Here they come. Last night's numbers for August the 26th, 2014, 29, 31, 51, 60, 64. And your Mega Ball was 1. Again, your numbers are 29, 31, 51, 60, 64, and your Mega Ball was 1. Good luck to you. The Walrus Wonders question of the day. I don't know where it is. Did I not post it? I had to. All right, well, I'll find it. The Walrus Wonders question of the day is, how do you prepare yourself when you know the best time of your life is just in front of you? Like you're about to enter into the best time of your life. If you knew that was going to happen, how do you prepare yourself? I want to see what you've got to say. I'd like to see where the heck that question went. I thought I put it on here. I might have put it on the Thunder Walrus page. Let's go see if it's on Thunder Walrus. So, pretty bad one. I don't even remember where I'm at. You've got too many social media pages if you can't remember which one. Hell, I could have posted it on Google. Who knows? If it's not on Thunder Walrus, maybe I thought I posted it and I did not. It is on the Thunder Walrus page. I'll move it and post it, share it on Tim Yarsh as well. Walrus Wonders question of the day. There it is on the Thunder Walrus page, you dingbat. What would you do to prepare yourself if you knew the greatest time of your life was just ahead? Pam Pie has already answered. Margie Breeden's already posted up an answer. Post your answers up there. Let's see what you have to say, Walrus Nation. Welcome to everybody that's listening via the Strip Club Choppers radio network. Good to hear from Johnny Lang yesterday. He's awful excited about the some things potentially going on in Sturgis, and looking forward to being here in Ocean City, Maryland for Delmarva Bike Week, Ocean City Bike Week 2014. Yours truly and Strip Club Choppers Radio will be your DJ and host at the Poor House on the corner of Baltimore and Wycomico Streets. Opening night, September 11th. We'll take a moment, honor those who lost their lives so many years ago, back on September 11th, 2001. 13 years. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, does it? But we'll honor the memory of those that lost their lives in the Twin Towers, that field in Pennsylvania, and at the Pentagon as well. And then we'll kick off Bike Week in Ocean City, the only way we know how, and that's Strip Club Chopper style. Kicking it off at the Poor House, corner of Baltimore and Wycomico Streets, September 11th, 9 till they close or till we get run out of town, whichever happens first. They'll probably close. We'll be all right. But we'll have a lot of fun. You know we will. Come on by, say hi, hang out. Johnny's going to come by, hang out for a little while. Big Country from Strip Club Choppers Southeast will be there. Miss SEC will be there as well. And you never know who else may stop by. Michael Ballard's going to be hanging out with Johnny over at the Tap House. We may even get him and Angie and the Flaunt girls to show up and hang out with us for a little while. You never, ever, ever know. But be sure you're there because you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great way to start Bike Week 2014 in Ocean City, Maryland. Be sure you get your bike tuned up and ready to go. Medieval Custom Cycles is the place to go. Rick is a certified Harley mechanic. He can do it all in custom fabrication. Hey, he's one of the best. Anything from a custom build from the ground up to a simple Harley 10,000, 30,000 mile service, whatever your bike needs. Custom paint and custom part fabrication as well. Medieval Custom Cycles is your one-stop shop. Get your two wheels the therapy it needs So when you're ready for it to give you therapy, you know it's ready to go, and you can be confident in the fact that when you push that button, you're going to hear that roar that just makes your soul soothe and smooth out a little bit. Come by Medieval Custom Cycles or give him a call at 410-457-5500 for all your two-wheel therapy needs. I got a little music coming up for you. Then we'll be back with the best damn entertainment on the planet. It's the Get You Over the Hump Wednesday edition of the Thunder Walrus Show right here on the world-famous Walrus Radio Network. Good morning, y'all. But these flyers are still incredibly pain in the ass. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show and watching the live video stream from Medieval Custom Cycle Studios here in Street, Maryland. I'm glad you're hanging out with me this morning, and I hope you're having a wonderful start to your hump day. Dustin and my buddy Spoo hanging out on the Spreaker chat. And to the dude from Italy, who is watching the video, buongiorno, my friend. I think I said that right. I have no idea. I hope so. But hello anyway. He had posted that on my Google page. The Walrus Wonders question of the day is up and it's shared. And I got to share this crazy ass dream I had with you that I had last night. I want to share it with you. It was just very bizarre. So we're doing what we do here, and each and every day trying to put on the best entertainment on the planet, bar none. And we've got our little social media going with it. Somehow, some way, Howard Stern got wind of what I was doing, and because I keep referring to myself as I would be the bastard love child of John Tesh and Howard Stern, that's kind of what my shtick is. I'm a very positive person, but I can be a little rude and blue at times. I'm not afraid to talk about sex and dirty things, and I talk about them enjoyably because I love life and I love those things. So somehow Howard Stern hears about this and ends up in Ocean City, Maryland for some goofy reason during Bike Week and finds me, because we've been advertising and talking about with me and Johnny and all of us going to be down there. We're going to have a good time in Ocean City, blah, blah, blah. He finds me and gives me an opportunity and gives me a huge boost in this effort that I'm making. And I have and that was the end of the dream. It wasn't like then I lived this fabulous life. No, it was just, he opened the door for me. He's like, dude, for some reason I like you. And I want you to have an opportunity, so here it is. And that was the dream I had. But how strange was it? Well, because I watched America's Got Talent last night, of course, and it was on in the background as mindless entertainment while Pam and I sat there and talked all evening. But yeah, that was the dream. How weird was that? So then it led me to the question of, hey, how would you prepare yourself if that's the universe telling me that it's not going to be Howard Stern, but a door of opportunity is going to open for me. How do you prepare for that? I mean, I had that dream. It led to that question. How do you? I loved what Spoo answered. We got to share this one. Spoo says, he said, I squeeze my legs and wrap my hands around the grips real tight and hold on like hell. Yeah, that's pretty much how I'm feeling, and that would be all right if I was on a motorcycle. I've done that before. But how do you do that for life? What does that translate to in life? How do you prepare? What does that mean in real life to squeeze your legs and grab the grips? I know what it means on a motorcycle. Do you dig a hole and get in it, or do you send up flares like here I am wherever that opportunity has come find me because I'm right here, just keep shooting the flares up? Maybe that's what we'll do. But post up your answer to the Walrus Wonders question of the day. I think Pam Pie and somebody else had answered it on the Thunder Walrus page. So now what I've done is made my life even more complicated because I'm going to be jumping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Hello, morning, everyone. Good morning, Dustin. Good morning, Billy. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a ball because I am having a ball. Everybody's talking this morning about this whole Miley Cyrus gig, and now the thing she pulled at the award ceremonies with this apparently quote-unquote homeless kid who went up and accepted in front of the upper echelon of entertainment there, plus the millions and gazillions of people watching on television, made this acceptance speech on behalf of all of the runaways. It's quoted here. His speech said, I am accepting this award on behalf of the 1.6 million runaways and homeless youth in the United States who are traveling or who are starving, lost, and scared for their lives right now. I know this because I am one of these people. All right, so this was looked at as a publicity stunt by Miley Cyrus, or was it a way of her to try to change her image, or was it her really making a valiant effort to bring awareness to a situation? Now she's brought attention to an even different situation. Polk County Director of Community Corrections, Martin Silbernagel, said Tuesday officials are trying to locate Helt and arrest him. Helt was the kid's name, Jesse Helt. He's 22. He said Helt repeatedly failed to meet with his probation officer. He goes on to be quoted as saying he doesn't make himself available to community supervision and he takes off. Linda Helt, Jesse's mother, told reporters Monday that Cyrus had given her son some money and was flying him home for a visit. Sheriff's Detective John Williams went to the mother's Salem home Tuesday, but did not find Helt. Williams said he spoke with the family and let them know he's looking for Jesse. The telephone at the family's home was busy Tuesday morning, and a sign posted outside asked people not to trespass our family and friends and neighbors at this time. Only family, friends, and neighbors at this time. Court records show Helt was arrested by Salem police 3 times as a juvenile for offenses such as marijuana possession and being a minor in possession of tobacco products and liquor. Well, what kind of stuff do you think the kids live on the street have in their hands? And all right, so this kid got a few little misdemeanor issue problems. Marijuana possession is now legal in the state of Washington, so that kind of has to be a wash, doesn't it? And he's no longer a minor. He's a 22-year-old adult. Let's face the reality that this kid's probably doing what he can to get attention because he's tired of being homeless. And he got Miley Cyrus's attention, and Miley Cyrus put this issue in front of an entirely narcissistic live crowd. I mean, anybody that's an entertainer has to be a narcissistic at some, and no matter what level entertainer you are also at some level a narcissist. That doesn't mean huge names like Howie Mandel and Howard Stern are bigger narcissists than me. Hell no, I could be a way bigger narcissist. I just ain't as successful. That doesn't equate that way. But it does, you do have to have some level of narcissism in your DNA for you to be able to do what we do. And that's stand up in front of people and shame yourself. Or take a risk at shaming yourself at the very least. Anyway, Jesse got up there and read the thing. Miley Cyrus shed tears, whether genuine or not, in his speech. And my question being behind everyone who's criticizing this story, what are you doing about anything? Because at least Miley Cyrus, whether it was a self-indulgent act to try to clean up her image of being a twerking little tramp and be more of a humanist, somebody that cares about the human race and society and those that are, just possibly stuck in a spot that if given the opportunity could really make some huge contributions to this world. I don't know if Jesse has a talent, one. I don't know what his issues are, but the fact that he is homeless and has been homeless as a child is a big one to me. And I say kudos to Miley Cyrus. Whether she did it for the right reasons or not, she did make an attempt to bring an issue to, or shed some light on the issue of homelessness in children in our country. Jesse needs to straighten his issues out with the authorities and get his life on track. And I can't blame or find fault for Miley Cyrus doing something, like I said, whether it was as a selfless act to try to give this kid an opportunity to say, hey, there's a lot of homeless kids out here with problems that are not being tended to, or was it Miley Cyrus using one of those types of people to try to better her image? Can't tell. Only Miley Cyrus knows for sure, and possibly maybe Jesse. I got some more music coming up for you. This is the Get Yourself Over the Hump Wednesday edition. We're going to get you sliding into the weekend, headed towards it. Looks like the weather. I haven't checked the weather. Maybe I'll get an opportunity to do that, let you know what we're looking forward to. I know it's a beautiful day today. I want to put a smile on your face. Remember, the wiggle is your tool to shake the negativity out of your life. It's just an outward expression of an inward change. It's just a way for you to flip that switch psychologically in your mind and stop paying attention to the negative and start focusing on the positive. See what is really there. The good things, the ones that fill your happy cup up. That's all that's important. Issues and situations need to be addressed and given just a little bit of attention, enough to deal with them, and then move right past them. Stay focused. Spend most of your time focusing on the positive, concentrating and meditating on that. And watch how your life will change. It's the law of attraction. It works, man. I promise you it will, if you will believe in it. Because it's all about you and your power to believe in what you can conceive in your mind. You got to put those two things together. You got to be able to conceive it in your mind and believe it with all of your heart that it is real. I'm learning a lesson right now in my life that, you know what? I do have some value to me, you know, that I'm not what I have been told I was my entire life. And you take religion for what it's worth to you. When used properly, I believe it has its place in this world and is very, very good. But when used improperly, you get something like those extreme Muslims that feel that it's their job to rid the world of certain types of people. And somewhere in the middle lies a damaging sect of people that will try to convince you of things that and tell you untruths your entire life. And then when you come to the realization that, hey, they've been keeping me like a mushroom, hid in the corner and fed a bunch of crap, and want to question what you have been taught, then they can't answer your questions and they don't want to talk to you because you've stepped off into a cult-like mindset. Okay, I still believe in God. I have no problem with accepting the fact that I know above and beyond a shadow of a doubt that there is a deity in this universe that is greater than me, that is in charge of everything. We're just not out here floating around all nilly-willy. And yes, there was some science to whatever happened, Big Bang Theory or not, that created this universe. But when you take the purity and goodness of this universe and twist it into to be able to judge other people based on what you feel is right and wrong, and then at that point there's going to be some deity that throws you into a lake of fire, okay. Right on, sunshine. I get it. And it works for some. But when you use it for mind control and extortion, as a lot of them do, where does religion stop? Where is religion any less corrupt than our government? We start picking on our government a lot. We pick on, who does religion play on? It plays on senior citizens mainly and the uneducated. It's those who say, instead of putting your dollar into a lottery ticket to take a chance, why don't you put your dollar into my offering plate and take a chance and believe in what I got to tell you, that, you know, everything will be all right if you just put your 10% in the collection plate. Come on, man. When you've got preachers that are driving $500,000 Phantom Bentleys, and of all things, the man's name is Creflo Dollar. I'll call him out. He's been confronted by numerous media outlets, you know, news outlets, questioning him. There was another one, Kenneth Copeland. The man owns 10 friggin' airplanes. And all he can say is God is good. Well, why don't you take some of that money? What happened to give to the poor? Do you really need 10 airplanes? Okay, if your schedule dictates and your hobbies dictate, because you're allowed to be happy and have fun. I know Kenneth Copeland is a private pilot, as is my brother George. My brother George is not a religious man. He has a plane. Kenneth Copeland should be, you know, you should be entitled to a plane. But 10? My brother-in-law George is a very successful businessman. He can't afford 10 airplanes, Mr. Kenneth Copeland. How come God's so good to you while people are starving in America? What happened to the charity? What happened to take care of the widows and children? the hungry and the poor. You living a little high on the hog, brother. And yet people want to keep judging the Muslims for being an extreme group. Well, when you're extorting money from women and children who don't have that money because you're asking them to believe in you, you'll pray to God for them. Look, dude, you're putting yourself in a place that you don't belong. You don't belong there, and you will be the one who will suffer in a way that you won't even imagine. Because karma is really a bitch, and she really exists. And she's got a very firm hand, and when she rears back and bitch slaps you, you know it. Karma will get you. And I would love just to be a fly on the wall when karma gets those people that have taken hundreds of thousands of dollars in small $100 to $500 donations from people who are buying the crap that they're shoveling because they're shoveling out of a barrel called religion. And they're covering it up with God and Christianity and poisoning it. Both of those things. It's amazing to me. So think about what you say and what you do and stay positive because it's your choice. And when negative creeps into your life, give it the attention it needs, but don't ever be afraid to face it either. Because sometimes we spend a lot of time running from things we're afraid of, when really all you got to do is just stop running and turn around and face it. And watch what happens. There was some real truth in that statement made by one of our former presidents, and I am very sorry that I think it was one of our former presidents. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. That is so accurate and so true on so many levels. I got some more music coming up for you. This is Chain Denial with Take Me Alive, and you're listening to the Get Yourself Over the Hump Wednesday edition of the Thunder Walrus Show, and watching the live video stream from Medieval Custom Cycle Studios here in Street, Maryland. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Walrus Nation. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show and watching the live video stream from Medieval Custom Cycle Studios in Street, Maryland. We're glad you're with us because you are not going to believe this story. This is just too far-fetched, but it's true. You can run and you can hide. For 37 years, if you're in Oklahoma, a routine audit of police cold cases led to the discovery of a Canadian man who's been missing for nearly 4 decades and has secretly started a new life in the United States. His American family, including a wife and son in Oklahoma, were unaware that the man they knew as Jeff Walton was living under an assumed identity. Ontario Provincial Police in Middlesex County said in September 1977 that Ronald Stan, 32, at that time, was reported missing following a barn fire in the former township of East Williams, 35 kilometers west of London. Canadian courts declared Stan dead in 1986. He abandoned a wife and 2 children in Ontario, according to an uncle who told that story to the Ontario Star. CTV News reports in July of this year a routine audit of the investigation by Middlesex, Ontario Provincial Police uncovered Stan's whereabouts after 37 years. He's now living as Jeff Walton Sr. in Oklahoma. Police were not forthcoming with the details about how they tracked Stan down, but according to the Star, he has a family in Oklahoma that had no idea about his Canadian past. There's a lot that's available to us now for investigative tools that wasn't available to us back in 1977, according to Constable Lori Houghton. As a result, we were able to connect the dots essentially and lead us to the state of Oklahoma. Houghton also would not reveal why Stan had gone missing or where in Oklahoma he was living. I'm still trying to put all of the puzzle pieces together myself. Stan's American son, Jeff Walton Jr., told the Star, "It's been tough on me, but he's still my father. It doesn't change the man I knew for 35 years. Stan's American wife filed for divorce after she found out about his past, according to Walton Jr. Police said no criminal charges are expected to be filed in relation to the case. 37 years this dude has lived. I mean, could you imagine being married to a guy 37 years, having children with him, a junior? All right, so you're not even Stan Walton, or whatever his name was, Jeff Walton Sr. So I'm not Jeff Walton Jr. Am I a junior now? Because Jeff Walton Sr. really didn't exist. I mean, the confusion and my whole life has been a lie. That is a very difficult place to be in, Jack. My entire life has been a lie. And with no evidence and no information being released about what he went running from other than his wife and kids in Ontario, nobody heard anything. We didn't have anything in the report about those folks, what they say about this. How do they feel? I mean, he went dead. They probably collected the insurance. How can there not be any criminal charges filed? Well, maybe if there wasn't any life insurance to pay out, there wasn't no reason for insurance fraud. He just took off. And that woman just quickly filed for divorce. That's still, this guy's been the same guy. Has this all been an act? Did he make a mistake and was running from a mistake? This is really who he is? Who knows what the true story is, but after 37 years of being married to somebody and thinking for 35 years that somebody else was your dad, or your father was somebody other than your dad's not who you thought he was after 35 years. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Either way, that has to be quite a shock to your mind, to your entire being. But how does that play and how does that screw with your mind? It's got to be pretty dramatic, I would think. I mean, think about, I mean, all of the questions that probably have started flowing through these people's minds. Who are you? Where have you been? Why did you do this? What? I don't, this makes absolutely, you had an entire different, who did he tell him he was and how did he get to Oklahoma? Where did Jeff Walton come to life and where did, well, we know where uh, Mr. Stan died. He died in a barn fire. Ronald Stan apparently went missing after a barn fire and then was declared dead in 1986. The barn fire was in 1977. So he just vanished. Bam. And like they said, they didn't have the resources available in 1977. This fool probably thought everything was cool, got himself on Facebook. No matter if things will come back to bite you, dude. Don't Facebook, Twitter, that stuff's the devil. It'll get you. That's probably how they got him. He probably signed up for a Google account, and that's how they found him. Big Brother's always watching you now, man. I don't. They talk about people living off the radar. Is it even possible to live off the radar? Because doesn't everybody have a damn cell phone or some type of electronic device that they're toting around with them? Somebody always knows where you're at. You know, I wonder, is it even possible to live off the radar anymore? Well, Mr. Jeff Walton Sr., a.k.a. Ronald Stan, ain't off the radar. Ronald Stan isn't off the radar anymore. He's got a lot of them questions answered back in Canada, and he's left a lot of people with questions in the state of Oklahoma, his friends and family being those folks. I've got some more music coming up for you. This is Scott Bloodsworth, Out of the Dark. You're listening to the Thunder Walrus Show and watching the live video stream from the Medieval Custom Cycle Studios here in Street, Maryland. Good morning, Walrus Nation. Were you talking to me, honey? That's your speed right there? Good morning, Walrus Nation. Yeah, I did pull up the weather for you there. It looks pretty good here in the Mid-Atlantic over the weekend. Nice summer-like weather. 10% chance of rain on Sunday, I think, and 20% chance on Saturday. Summer-like temperatures, you got to call for that little bit of, always a chance of a spotty shower or thunderstorm popping up. I hope you got plans for the weekend. Plan to enjoy yourself and have a great time. Remember, the wiggle is your tool. You can get the wiggle on whenever you want to, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the morning. It don't matter whether it's a Wednesday or a Saturday. It's your tool to use to shake the negativity out of your life and get a good, clear focus on the positive. I want you to stay happy. Have a great day. Put a smile on your face. If for nothing else, it makes people wonder what you're up to. And my buddy Nellie Bell put a smile on my face last night. He gave me a call and told me he heard the greatest. Nelson's funny, and he's also a little ignorant, and I like that about him. And he called and said he heard the greatest joke, but his buddy won't do it because it's just wrong. And he said, but I figured you'd like it. And I was like, okay, let's hear it. He said here's the greatest opening day for the Ravens, bar theme. Dragged your wife in for the game. Ray Rice did. Oh, come on, man. You got it too soon? No. Yeah, probably. That's why that guy's not using it. But come on, drag your wife in for the game. All the Ravens are criminals anyway. Hell, all of them's they were like NFL players. I'd like to see sequentially throughout the years about lawlessness. When back in the day, when God rest his soul, Artie Donovan and those guys with Baltimore Colts, when I was a kid, Artie would talk about sitting around and drinking beer, and those dudes had regular jobs during the off season. They didn't make a whole lot of money, but what were they doing? Were they involved with, underhanded stuff where it looked the other way? Because it was hometown, it wasn't so, media didn't have everything covered so fast, and it wasn't so widely publicized. And back then, you were able to sweep things under the carpet and nobody find out about it. But now you got YouTube, and no matter what you do or how stupid it is, people are going to find out about it. Such is the case for our Idiot of the Day award. Goes to a fella in what just might be the dumbest take on the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. This guy waving a Confederate flag and wearing a suit vest that was an American flag print, and waving a Confederate flag, has some type of apparatus on his head that has flammable liquid on it. So this fool speaks into the camera, challenges his friends, and says, let's do this. Well, he takes a swig out of a flask, which you can only assume was what he was trying to portray as moonshine, lights his head on fire. The apparatus that is on his head, he lights it, and I believe the idea was that the bucket of water would put the fire out. Well, it went horribly wrong, because all the water did was spread the flammable liquid and into his hair, and he takes off screaming like a little girl, runs and dunks his head in the pool, and at the end of the 61-second video, you can hear him laughing hysterical and enjoy his parting words, dude, my hair's effed up. So apparently he didn't hurt himself too bad. He just gets to smell the lovely aroma of burnt hair for a little while, and the embarrassment of being the idiot of the day for your antics on YouTube. See, if it was just him and his friend, they wouldn't have told anybody that it went horribly wrong, and nobody would have known. Now the entire civilized world has the opportunity to find out about it. Don't be the idiot of the day. think before you do dumb stuff what could potentially happen, and make sure that you're using a liquid that is water soluble so that it will be extinguished and not just spread. It's like grease fire. Grease is not soluble in water. It's not going to put the fire out. It's just going to spread it. And I don't know what these boys were using, but it wasn't water-based. It wasn't water-soluble, and the fire wasn't being put out by the water. It spread to his head, and he ran like his head was on fire, and his ass was catching, literally. So don't you be that guy. Think ahead, plan ahead, and when you need to plan ahead for your road trips coming up this fall, think about Medieval Custom Cycles. They can get your bike the therapy it needs. So when you're ready to get some two-wheel therapy, your bike is responsive, ready, and dependable. Bring it to Medieval Custom Cycles for all your needs, whether it's a custom build from the ground up, modifications, or just a regular old service. We'll be glad to take care of you, help you out. We even have custom paint available. Need a new paint job, had a little ding? We work with most major insurance companies. Come by and let's see how Medieval Custom Cycles can help you out with your two-wheel therapy for your two wheels. Is that how we should put it? Yeah. Medieval Custom Cycles helping you with the therapy for your two wheels. There you go. I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. Find some way to put a smile on your face and splash a little bit back into your happy cup. We'll be back here again tomorrow at 10 a.m. for another edition of the Thunder Walrus Show. The show times are just, it's going to be like a church sermon. I'm done when I'm done, you know. It is what it is. So, and today I didn't even quite make it an hour. Yesterday you may get an hour and a half. So I apologize. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for sharing it and telling your friends about it. I enjoy doing this. I hope you enjoy listening to this, and we'll be back here again to do it all over tomorrow with the Thunder Walrus Show. Until then, peace, Walrus Nation. Good Lord, boy, you got a monkey on your back. Rick's grandson's running around in here. He's got one of those little harnesses on him, but it looks like a monkey holding him. So that's why I said, boy, you got a monkey on your back. Those watching the live video stream, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you all so very much. Till we meet again tomorrow. Peace.